Hey guys, how you doing? The lighting is terrible in here. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing in advance. This is inside my basement, actually just inches away from my boiler unit. So if it kicks on, forgive me. We'll start the video again. But anyhow, on to the topic. I went to not one, but two shows this past weekend in one day. The first was a toy soldier show in Wayne, New Jersey, and the second one was a toy and collectors show in Rockland County, New York. Uh, Here's my haul from both shows. I'm going to start with the Rockland County Toy Show first, and we're going to go into this outer spacemen stuff a little bit. So, anybody who knows anything about the outer spacemen action figures, I I don't know a lot, so I do know they're vintage. I believe they're as old as I am. 1968 is when they were available, and they've been reissued ever since. But finding them has always been sporadic for me. I I found the well, I really wanted this female action figure called Terra Firma, and the price for her was through the roof. So I wanted the orange version of her in the spacesuit, and I was only able to find a glow in the dark version of her, and this was this little staff here. It's actually a flagpole, should give you an indicator of the color of the action figure that was. But I didn't want a glow in the dark figure. I wasn't really into that sort of thing. So I painted her up. I couldn't find the painted version. So here she is, almost fully painted up, and she still has some minor glow in the dark features, as you can see on this blaster and on the flight or the backpack here. And I never got around to finishing her head. Once again, this was all glow in the dark plastic. She should have black hair. I painted the flesh tone, everything. So anyway, it's one of my many customs that are almost done. So fast forward to modern times. At the toy show, I found the vendor for the Outer Spaceman, and the gentleman's name was Gary Schaefer. And here's some information on him if you are interested in this stuff. I've never really seen these available in any sort of online store or anything, but here he was at the show. He was mostly selling large Sofubi size versions of the Outer Spacemen, and he mentioned he had a Sofubi desk, or I'm sorry, a sales booth at Comic-Con in San Diego. So here we were in New York, and of all things, there was Terra Firma for a reasonable price. So I guess I'm going to just abandon my version, and I picked her up. But there's a little comparison of how far I got. I knew I wouldn't get to this representation of planet Earth on her abdomen and stuff, but nevertheless, I will follow this through all the way. But thankfully now I have an official painted terra firma to add to my collection. The nice thing about these Outer Spacemen is the packaging is you can put it back into the package if you want. I'm not really a package junkie. I have a few things that I keep in the package, but I'm an opener. I open all my stuff and I play with it, and it forever lives in my sci-fi world. So I picked her up. I picked this dude up because the gold sort of caught my eye. This one is Zodiac, and I can't wait to open these up and play with them. And let's see, he had all sorts of versions of packaging there. So I picked up this guy. It was apparently one of three custom colorways he had for sale there. And he had a lot of custom colorways. I would have easily gone broke had I not paid my quarterly taxes. I would have blown a ton of money here. As it is, I probably blew too much money away. But check out some of the parts here, the clear acrylic shield and sort of Neptunian staff. And there was another colorway of this guy in a more sort of reptilian sea monster sort of tone, sort of green with some gold accents and stuff. Oh, it was beautiful. I would have liked to have gotten it, but it was pretty pricey. But these are Glios jointed figures, and we're going to visit that a little bit in a second. And the figures come with some spare parts and things like there's changeable hands, a closed fist for the other hand as well, so he can hold some of the other accessories. He's got this battle mace here, and I just think this combination of clear green acrylic and painted orange is a winner for me. So Mr. Schaefer was so nice. He was great. He was, and I think he enjoyed me because he was making money off of me. But he gave my buddy and myself free T-shirts featuring this character here, and I went back for a second round of purchases, and he gave me this poster, which is a very nice poster, very nice matte finish quality, heavyweight paper. And I love the graphic boldness of it all and the sort of vintage throwback quality. And I picked up a couple other guys. I picked up this dude who is Cyclops. He is huge. I just sort of taped on the card here, but we can open him up while, and we'll see how big he is compared to some other traditional figures. So as I was saying, these guys are Glios driven figures, and I've talked about Glios a lot in the past, and they are connector joint figures. Now, if memory serves, we're gonna take a look, because I think these guys might be a little peculiar in their Glios joints, whereas the male and female joints are opposite of a lot of the figures. But we're gonna check that out in a second, and I'll confirm. So he comes with a few accessories, a few changeable hands. Looks like he's got double ray gun blaster pistols, vintage 1950s style. I'm a huge vintage sci-fi enthusiast, and I love retro aesthetics for sci-fi design. I also like updated modern design, but I definitely like the 1950s look of vintage sci-fi. Looks like his blasters can go in the holsters here, and he's sort of a translucent quality. Let's see, Blue Star Edition. So, glows in the dark. Very nice. Really cool. I mean, he's just a big boy, man. He's chunky. So here he is next to the first figure that I purchased. And so I'd also purchased this guy. I don't remember this guy's name. I do remember the package art, and I believe the artist Ken Kelly did the package art for this particular character. But don't quote me on that for certain. But here he is. He's one of the more common ones that you tend to see out there. And he's sporting this sort of brain afro kind of look going on here. Anyhow, really cool to add. I'm pleased to add him to the collection. So a quick comparison to some other Glios figures here. So I talk about my favorite line all the time, Knights of the Slice, and this is, here's a typical Knights of the Slice figure. I'm sorry, Jesse, I don't recall which version this guy is, but I like his bold color styling. And this is a true, like somewhere between 3.75 and 4 inch. This is a true 3.75 style height action figure. So to give you an idea of the massiveness of these other figures in the line, I'm sorry, in the neighboring line. So there's our guy here, and then standing right next to him, he's being dwarfed by this orange warrior, and definitely dwarfed by this Cyclops dude. But they all look good in the same universe. So some other Glyos guys I pulled out. Let's get the camera organized here a little better. Sorry about the shadows, guys. I pulled out these Manglores from Toyfinity. These are also Glyos figures, and they're pretty big as well. So let's back up that guy right here. So we'll compare him to one of the Knights of the Slice. Now, if I'm confusing you guys, I'm sorry. So Glyos is a joint system that has a peg and a female receptacle, and it's owned by a gentleman named Matthew Dowdy, and his company's called Onell Design. I'm not sure how the business arrangement works, but he works with other makers and creators who also produce Glyos jointed figures, and he works in conjunction with them as far as the designs go, and allows them use of the Glyos joint system. I really don't know the business end of how that works, and that's really none of my business. But I am thankful that Mr. Dowdy is a gem in the toy world, because I've listened to interviews. He's like us. He loves the toys. He loves everything we love, and he perpetuates all the good things about toy design and the community and all that. So thankfully, he has brought the Glyos joint system to multiple lines. So once again, here is the Outer Spacemen, Knights of the Slice, Toyfinity, and Outer Spacemen again. And we're gonna pull in some other Toyfinity guys. So these Manglores, these are an homage to an 80s toy called Manglores. So anyhow, these guys are from Toyfinity, and they're Glyos jointed. Now, the thing with Glyos toys is these are limited editions. So you got to keep an eye out on the scene. You got to join the social media pages. You got to keep an eye on the web pages and stuff like that. These are released in drops. So this particular colorway is no longer available, but you can be almost certain that another colorway will become available, such as this guy here. So this is actually the same figure, but you can get upgrade parts kits usually at the same time as the drop, or sometimes they just come with the figure. So here's sort of this bio mutant with different sort of appendages and a different head. And the neat thing about Glyos is the sculpts tend to be reversible. So you can have sort of an infinite amount of characters just by swapping heads and limbs and things like that. So for example, you can 180 the chest here, and you can make a different torso and a different head, and have an almost different character. You swap the arms back and forth. I really love this system. It's really great for play value, and just the quality of the sculpting is superb, and the homage to like Japanese sort of influenced, I don't know, this kind of reminds me of like one of the creatures from the Guyver or something like that, if you guys have ever seen that. So anyhow, he's another big chunky guy, so I pulled him out as a sort of upgraded comparison next to the Outer Spaceman. And I just really enjoy how we can get some chunky, bigger than true 3.75 inch figures into the 1/18 scale world. So great job all around here by these makers. And all right, so we'll pull those older figures out of the way, and we'll keep the most recent haul all in frame here for you guys to check out. And So, like I said, I went to the toy show, but the show my buddy and I went to beforehand was a toy soldier show. And if you follow my channel, obviously you know I have a few toy passions, and one of them is 1/32nd scale Army men and things like that. So at the toy soldier show, I picked up a few things, and sorry about that, the camera's a little wonky. So of course, one vendor had some flags there, miniature flags, and you guys know how I feel about flags on my Army and railroad layout if you watch some of my other videos. So you can never have too many flags. I picked up out of a sort of spares bin some British desert-looking infantry, sort of British 8th Army looking guys. So these guys are locked together. They are labeled on the bottom that they're from BMC Toys, but if memory serves, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, there's a lot of you guys who know toy soldiers a hell of a lot better than I do. These might be CTS figures, because I think BMC Toys bought a lot of the tooling or whatever it is, the line of figures from Connecticut Toy Soldiers, I think is what CTS stands for. Check this guy out with the Bren machine gun. It's a little a little peculiar, but for mold purposes, you got to take some liberties here. So I'm happy to have some more British desert troops added to my collection. And I picked up a couple other things, including this 1/32nd scale extreme detail. Looks like an old desert color Opel Blitz truck, but it's something. It's a model kit. I'm not really familiar with these, but it's like a pre-painted model kit, and you just kind of snap it together. So the Opel Blitzes are like super expensive. At least the German field gray ones. So being at the show, I got this for a pretty good deal. So eventually, it looks like I'll be expanding the sort of Africa Corps 1/32nd scale collection here. And I picked up this Walking Dead boiler room. I'm pretty certain these are like clickable toys. You snap them together, almost like Legos. But I bought it for the boiler room stuff only. It was a good price. I'm kind of over zombies. I used to be a huge zombie enthusiast years and years ago, but I think zombies have just been overdone in pop culture. But nevertheless, it's a good show, and I'll be using the boiler parts for some of my wrecked 1/32 scale buildings for my Army Men scenes. And let's see, the final piece is this silly Atlantic Toys 1/32nd scale ambulance. Now, if any of you have ever watched Jerry's videos on Toy Soldier Nostalgia, he opens up a lot of these Atlantic toys, and these I believe are made in Italy. And what they show here is a Dodge WC style ambulance, and the vehicle in here is nothing like the Dodge WC style ambulance. But hey, for a couple bucks, you know, I'm happy to add it to the collection. I like the silliness of some of the toys and Army Men and things like that. So that's the haul for now, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content, and I hope everybody's doing great, and I hope your collections are expanding as well. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Oh, by the way, looks like I will be visiting the Paul Knapp show. So if you folks know who Paul Knapp is, he's a 1/6 scale soldier enthusiast and a 1/32 scale toy soldier enthusiast, and he hosts live streams a couple nights a week, one on the 1/6 scale subject and one on the 1/32 scale subject. So I've pestered Paul, and he's relented, and I'm gonna be a guest on the show August 5th, which is a Tuesday, I believe, Toy Soldier Tuesday, and I'm working hard to get stuff set up so I can do a presentable interview. But hopefully you folks can make the time to swing by. Search Paul Knapp on YouTube. His last name is spelled Knapp. Paul Knapp. You'll see him. And we'll see you there on Tuesday. Okay, folks, thanks a bunch. Have a good one.